Get you guys some better content than just staring at me. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. Hey, Tiger, what's up? Just a couple little water shots today. A couple guys coming and going on the boats. Nothing else really going on. That's it. Sitting by the dock. Docks. The one guy out there absolutely has got to be freezing. Not much else going on. A few birds. It's just cold. And I did it. Messed it up. There we go. What are you up to? Oh, I'm not worried about it. Don't worry about it. I'm not trying to compete. Just trying to share the view. Watch it now. Watch it later. Either way. Temp is about 35 area. But it's like really windy, north wind. That does not help. Hey, Chef. Chef, I'm still thinking about the pretzels. I may have to go home and make pretzels. Well, yeah, it is nice. It's better than looking at me. So, there's some ducks. A couple boats out. Amazingly, there's a couple boats. Let me see if I can do like a... How's that? A little different? Those are all in the water. These two here are actually my docks, which are which are over in another part of the marina, but they were dredging this winter, so they took them out and tied them up over here for the winter, and they'll go back. Hey, Mason. You could catch some land shark. You could get some dogfish. Really, all we have are like dogfish. You know, we don't have much else in the shark department. So, yeah, it's a nice day out there. Deceiving, but nice. And you're not catching anything right now because that water's like mid-30s. You couldn't catch anything if you tried. Maybe clams. That's about it. Oh, that's terrible. It's cold, Mason? What is that, like 70? Yes. It's generally 5 foot to 7 foot here. This is actually the Branford River. So it does have tide flow, but can range depending on wind. Sometimes the water just can't get out. Sometimes the water gets pushed in. But generally, this whole area is 5 to 7 feet of swing, which is good and bad. You can either be confident and stupid or just low tide stupid. I've seen them both happen. No worries. The riveting content, I'm sure, is hard to get away from, but I don't know. I just wanted to share with everybody. I thought it was nice. This marina is this right here is called D Dock. There's, I think, 20 or so in each run. As you get bigger boats down to the left, there's less slips, of course, because of the space. And it goes, there's probably another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. So it's 250 depending on. Yeah, you're probably right. Everybody has power. Everybody has water. Everybody has telephone or cable. Yes, each bay is 2 slips. Even when you get over to the big boys, there's still 2 per bay, just spaced farther. And there is a pile in the middle, like a pivot pile if you need it. I use it a lot. It's good to have. The farther down to the left, the last row where like the 60 footers have the divider. Yeah, just the big boys get the divider. I actually like having the divider because I can pin right up on it and spin if I need to. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I don't. Nobody really ties to it here. They just do 2 on the stern and then whatever side you're on. It's really just for creating this space so you don't slide over. But yeah, people do use it to secure, but not in this marina for some reason. Man, it is nice out there. It's one of those days where you're like, yeah, I want to go out. And then you're like, nope, I do not want to go out. Yeah, the boat clubs, the yacht clubs and such have those. They're just really expensive. Like those red ones you see, apparently they're from like New Zealand or something, and they're just ridiculously expensive. Yeah, I know that feeling, Mason. I'd like to do some fishing, but there's absolutely 0 chance of getting anything. It's just cold. Like, the water's just too cold. There's nothing here. So what's everybody up to? Doing anything particular today? Mason's freezing. Tiger's got the ladies working. Oh, the biggest size boat for this marina? 60s? 60 footers, 60 plus footers. Nothing huge like yeah, I think 60s are probably topping out. There you go, Mason. What's wrong with that? Some birds. I don't know what they're doing. There's nothing to eat. Mostly power boats at the end of the docks. There are larger sailboats. Like I said, they just dredged all this, so it's going to be different. I haven't figured it out yet. The middle ranges out in the middle river, it's like 14. But still, there's nothing gigantic. You know, so it's if you have anything like that, then you can get in here. It's just you weren't able to get farther down into the slips. Hey, Mike, what's up? We're just watching the water today. It was a nice day, so I figured I'd share it, Mike. Yeah, that's yeah, it's just this area is really limiting with sailboat keel and draft. It fluctuates so much. Once you're out into Long Island Sound, of course, it's not a problem, but it varies so much. This is really, sailboats can't get farther up the river than here. This is pretty much the end for anything with that kind of draft. Power boats, of course, are different. Yeah, it's pretty much it's tough. It's hard to tell the layout of the river, but it's there's a lot of in the water. No, not dock, but in the bow and stern tie-up piles out towards the opening of the river, which are sailboats generally put out there. Yeah, they're just a row of piles just There's probably 30 in a row for sailboats with bow, stern, tie up. One line bow, one line stern, and it just floats. So it swings, it tilts, but it doesn't go anywhere. Come the summer when it's in action, you really get an idea like how it works. No circular swing. It just has it'll go side to side a little bit, but it generally stays just straight. It'll angle as much as it can one way or the other. So it actually requires very little space, and it's easy in and out. Yes. And they don't disrupt the boat traffic at all because they don't come off the piles very far. But they're completely stable in any wind. Just back and forth. They don't go anywhere. There's a lot of unique moorings and boat anchorages here, like how things are done. It's they're time tested, and just you go to other parts of the country, you try to explain to people, and they're like, what are you talking about? Yes. Yeah, definitely no weaving in and out. It's there's nothing towards the traffic areas that swings. Everything is in line. It gets dark over here too. There's not a lot of light. When it's dark, it's dark. Try to see if there's any action going on anywhere. Not really. It's low tide too. There's a duck. You don't want to see the duck. Of what he's doing. So I got done with work. I was like, man, that looks nice. And here we are. Oh, yeah, that's too much. Yeah, that's like I said. I mean, you go, even that situation, you go somewhere else, it's like people have, they're like, what? It's and then like look in like Great Britain and Wales and stuff. They have the harbors where there's the giant chain dragged all the way across the harbor, and everybody hooks up to the chain. Your moorings are all attached to the chain at the bottom. It's just figured out how it works best, and that's what everybody goes with. Yeah. It's an interesting way of doing it. It's just whatever works for your area. Like where I keep my family boat, we can't use piles. It's traditionally always been like hickory trees, like trunks, or ash is used, driven into the mud, and then we use a tire, like just an old tire, filled with spray foam, tennis balls, anything that floats, just to keep it. And that's your mooring. And this they're called stakes. They're good for about 5 years, and you got to replace them. But just always how it's been done. It's another New England way of mooring a boat that people don't get. In the old days, before the tires started to get used, it was a square made of like 2x4s and stuff like that. It'll just spin on the stake. And to be honest with you, it's a good way to go there a lot. In not so good weather, they're actually flex pretty good. So you hang in there pretty good. Oh, I didn't know that it's how they build all that stuff. It's interesting. See, you always learn something. Well, all right, kids, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go home. I take you for the ride, but I don't have a way to show you anything on the way home. The camera's so low, you wouldn't see anything. And it would just be, you wouldn't hear anything either. I got the Jeep. It's so loud. Cost per foot here, I have absolutely no idea. I don't even know. It's not cheap, but but you get everything. It's full amenities. This place has the laundry room. It has the showers. It's got a pool. It's a full Marina. So, I mean, you pay for all that, of course, in the cost. Other than that, I have no idea what it costs. I never asked anybody. This is a corporate marina, so this is a foot, by the foot, by length. It's a safe harbor marina that we have here. My little town marina where I keep my boats is by the season. You can only fit up to like an 18-footer in there. And there's no water, there's no nothing. You get a dock. You get like a place to put your boat. It's, and that's by the season. Yeah. There's one, like, 18-foot whaler, like, over in the big boy section. And I'm like, I can't tell if they're just away and that's where they left it, or if somebody's just paying that. Which, if that's the case, whatever, but, Yeah, this is by, being a corporate thing. It's definitely by the foot, ish. Yeah, that's what I think. It's just odd that it's there. I think it's a left behind. They just didn't take it. Or maybe somebody just doesn't care, and I'm like, that's what I want. So, all right, let me get out of here, and I'm going to head home. I'll catch up with everybody later. Thanks for hanging out, enjoying the scene, chit-chatting. Appreciate it. Try to share what I can from here, and I'll catch y'all later. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Take it easy.